Guys, welcome back to another episode of Bad Movie Night. My name's Chris, and tonight I'm talking about Archive, sci-fi movie by Gavin Rothery. He wrote and directed this thing. Stars Theo James, who you'd know from Divergent. Big Divergent fan over here. I don't even know if I've seen it. Oh, and that Netflix movie How It Ends, which for whatever reason doesn't really have an actual ending. But anyways, I digress. So this movie is about a young scientist. Well, I guess he's young. He's like early 30s. That's young, right? That's young. But anyways, the movie's about a young scientist who is in this isolated research facility, I would say, where he is working on these robots with AI. There is these corporations kind of vying for this technology that he's kind of secretly developing. And his wife has died, but is encased in this archival computer machine. And then some hijinks ensue. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I think it's got a really great look, especially for, I wouldn't say it's probably super low budget, but it's definitely low budget. They build a set and it looks fantastic. There's just a lot of great details in this world. It just all feels really authentic and real. Tactile is the way I would describe some of this sci-fi stuff. Like the little screens everywhere and everything feels like you could actually use it, not just holograms showing up everywhere out of place. So I really enjoyed like the world building and the production design they had going on with this. There are little elements they keep mentioning and little things you see in the background that just kind of build this bigger universe that you don't really ever participate in. But it does make it feel like a unique world and a specific point in time, a specific place that at least the creators understood where everything kind of set. And so it makes you comfortable in this world. So when you start this movie, you immediately get, this is like Moon mixed with Ex Machina. I don't know what other comparisons you would get, but you get the Moon comparison because you have this one scientist kind of talking to these robots and AIs in this isolated facility. And then you get some Ex Machina things because he's developing a relationship with a specific AI who's very much human. Not that the other robots don't have human moments, but they look blocky, they look, fake. They don't look like a human. I will say about the blocky robot design, it's cool that it's real and analog. However, as a viewer, you keep thinking there's a real person inside, which there probably is. I don't know how else you would do that. And so it's kind of distracting. Not really the movie's fault, but it just kept getting distracted by the fact that there's got to be like a person just walking around in this thing. I don't know. So there is no real big, like bombastic conflict in this movie. Most of the moments in this movie that work are the character moments. So it was effective with its emotion. There's a few sequences in this movie where I really felt something for these characters. I even felt something for this boxy robot, which to me is the sign of good, directing and storytelling. I was on board for this entire movie, and in the very end sequence, there's a bit of a twist, and it's heart-wrenching. But then 10 seconds after the credits rolled, I was thinking about the twist at the end, and I just couldn't rationalize how it made any sense for the first, 90% of the movie. So there is that to weigh in on, and maybe if I went back and watched the movie a second time, there would be hints or something of things I missed, but as it ends, it just seems like it undoes or just doesn't take into account most of the movie. I don't think this is going to be a movie for everyone. This is definitely more of a sci-fi, thought piece than it is an action movie. There's really no action in this thing at all. It's just mostly this character walking around the facility kind of tinkering with these robots and those having little moments. But those little moments are so well done. It's pretty impressive for, I think this is his first feature, maybe his second. I do like some of the themes the movie brings into this thing. And without spoiling too much, essentially these robot prototypes that he's building are in a way to create a better version, a more human-like version. But these prototypes that exist do have emotion of themselves, and it's sad to see the way he treats these things in a way where they're a means to an end for him. So all in all, I did enjoy this movie quite a bit. I was very compelled by the whole thing, and these little moments they build, I think, are really effective and really well done. The visuals are great. The acting is okay, nothing special. And while I like the ending as it happened, it doesn't sit with me as well afterwards, but I would like to hear other people's thoughts. So yeah, check it out. I think it's definitely worth checking out if you're into sci-fi movies. Archive, it's out now on VOD, and yeah, let me know what you think, and then I'll catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.